You want to understand about the, quote, persecution of Afrikaner farmers? Go look at the composition of the South African government. Since July of 2024, there's a government of national unity. And the opposition party to the ANC, the Afrikaner Party, the Democracy Alliance, is part of the governing coalition. They joined the governing coalition a year ago, and the leader of that party was given the remit of Agriculture Minister, John Steenhuisen. He is the leader of the former Afrikaner Party, still widely representing Afrikaners. He is the Minister of Agriculture in South Africa right now. I assert that this claim that there's persecution of Afrikaner farmers is completely specious. Are you aware ever during the apartheid era in South Africa, did the United States establish a special program to allow South African blacks who were treated as second-class citizens in the apartheid program?
Oh, he's killing them. Holy shit. Just doing basic history. Like, really? They're so oppressed? They're part of the government, you dumb bitch. Wait for it.
A special program so they could claim refugee status in the United States?
No, because I was probably in 9th grade or 8th.
Oh, nice little dodge. So it's super important we get these oppressed white South Africans to come here. That's super duper important. But it wasn't important at the time when it was a literal apartheid to say, hey, we welcome all black South Africans here because they are obviously way more oppressed. And he dodges, but I was 9 years old at the time. Oh, my God.
I don't expect you to know. I'll just tell you, never has there been a special program for Africans to come in as refugees to the United States. We've allowed special programs for people being persecuted for their religion, Soviet-era Jews. We've allowed special programs for people fleeing from communism, Cuba, Vietnam, the Soviet Union. We've never allowed a special program to allow Africans into the United States in an expedited refugee status until now.
Wow. What a smackdown that was. Holy cow. So understand what Marco Rubio is saying and what the position of the regime is. The position of the regime is, of all the stuff going on around the world, all the oppressed groups, the one that gets favored special treatment, that jumped to the front of the line, are white South Africans. More oppressed than Rohingya Muslims, more oppressed than Palestinians in Gaza, more oppressed than people from war-torn regions around the world who don't know where the hell their next meal is coming from. It's a sick joke. It's a sick joke. And obviously, the reason why they're doing this is because they're fascists. And they're buying into and spreading the fascist propaganda of a white genocide in South Africa. And all these people think there's a white genocide in South Africa, but don't think there's a genocide in Gaza being perpetrated by Israel. Because they're fucking lying, charlatan con men. They're frauds. They're bullshitters. They don't believe a goddamn word of anything they say. You cannot take them seriously. But I got more. So like I told you, here you have the president of South Africa in the White House. And Donald Trump takes the opportunity to start lecturing him about white genocide. This is disturbing.
Those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
nothing happens.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately, through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now
been utilized. The farmers are not black. I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black. And the people that are being killed in large numbers, and you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going, I guess on a Sunday morning, they told me, to pay respect to their loved ones that were killed. Their heads chopped off. They died violently. And we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here, but I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake, like NBC, which is fake news, totally, one of the worst, ABC, NBC, CBS, horrible, but if they weren't fake news like this jerk that we have here, if we had real reporters, they'd be covering it, but the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that. They don't want to talk about it, but now they have to talk about it, but they won't. This won't even be a subject. They'll have him talking about why did a country give a free, think of this, why did a country give an airplane to the United States Air Force? Okay, the United States, not to me, to the United States Air Force, so they could help us out because we need an Air Force One until that's Air Force One, it's being built. two of them being built. But Boeing's a little bit late, unfortunately. So why did they give us a plane to the United States Air Force? That's what that idiot talks about after viewing a thing where thousands of people are dead.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did. I'd take it. I would take it. If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
Okay.
Wow. So it goes from spreading lies about a fake white genocide in South Africa to complaining that the media is accurately reporting on his corruption, taking a $400 million plane from Qatar. Lying and saying that's not corruption is totally fine. I'm sure if Joe Biden took a $400 million plane from Qatar or Barack Obama did, I'm sure he'd be totally cool with it. He'd be totally fine with it. He would act like there's nothing wrong there at all. Everything's above board. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? He's lecturing the president of South Africa about a white genocide going on in his country. You got anything to say about this? Around 14,000 babies could die in the next 48 hours if many more aid trucks do not reach Gaza, the UN's humanitarian chief says. The United States is arming and funding Israel, who are starving 1.9 million people in Gaza right now in front of our eyes. At the same time, they are carpet bombing them. Multiple reports from just the other day of them bombing hospitals, bombing generators at hospitals to make sure the hospitals can't function. You have Smotrich and other government leaders out there openly saying, yeah, we're going to kill the babies too. Of course, these are future terrorists. We're going to kill the babies. You are arming this. You are funding this. You are supporting this. And you have the nerve to talk to the president of South Africa and bring up fake claims of a white genocide. Are you out of your goddamn mind? The same people that are doing shit like this. Israel bombed the prosthetic limbs warehouse of Nasser Medical Complex today. The same fucking people that are doing shit like this. Israeli forces deliberately targeting generators to push more hospitals out of service. You are laying out a detailed plan right now to take 1 million Palestinians and ethnically cleanse them and force them to go to Libya, a failed state with slave markets, open slave markets. You're in the process of doing those plans right now, and you have the nerve to point the finger at anybody else and lecture them about a genocidal... Are you out of your fucking mind? Don't believe a word these people say. He's lying. He knows he's lying. He doesn't care about the fact that he's lying. He's a fascist propagandist spreading fascist propaganda. That's what it is. That's what he does. Elon Musk has his ear and filled his head with all sorts of bullshit about white genocide in South Africa. And all these people, again, anybody tells you at any point, there's a genocide of white farmers in South Africa, but there's not a genocide in Gaza. Fuck them. Don't listen to a single word they say on any issue from now until the end of time. They are not honest actors. They are bad faith. They are liars. They are fascists. They're probably Nazis. That's what they are. That's what they are. Now, by the way, just a little cherry on top here in the conversation. I looked it up because I had heard certain things about what was going on in South Africa. I was, all right, well, let me see if this is actually accurate. So I asked the very simple question. What percentage of the land in South Africa is owned by white people? White South Africans, who make up about 7.3% of the population as of 2022, they own approximately 70 to 73% of privately owned land. 7% own 70 to 73% of the privately owned land. So in other words, in typical Republican fashion, they inverted the reality completely. It's only from these people that you hear somehow the people who have the most power in the country, the people who have the most money in the country, like all the billionaires, oh my God, the billionaires are so oppressed. It's not fair. Why are we burdening them with government regulations to make sure they don't pollute the river and use child labor? The billionaires are so oppressed. They do this on every fucking issue. So now the 7% white farmers in South Africa who own 70% of the fucking land, somehow they're the ones who are super oppressed. The ones who are doing the oppressing are the ones who are super oppressed. These people are fucking grotesque. They are vile, decrepit liars. That's what they are. Don't believe a word they say. I cannot tell you if I had any respect for any of these people beforehand, the second they try to make the argument, there's a genocide of white farmers in South Africa, as we're watching a live stream genocide in 4K in Gaza right now, and they don't have dick to say about it. If anything, they support it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Get out of politics. Politics is not for you. Go pick up a different fucking hobby. Go play with Pogs or fucking go play Magic the Gathering or Pokemon. Go pick up fishing. Do some other shit, because this is not for you. I can't stand these people, man. I really can't stand these people. And by the way, it is not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that the president of South Africa is one of the